I've got a bit of a problem with my toilet. My personal opinion is it looks like this toilet was placed in here for cosmetic reasons for the sale of the house. So as you can see, there are no flange bolts and the toilet wobbles, so it hasn't even been set properly. So when I flush the toilet, all the water gushes out underneath there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the water off. Now I'm putting it off at the little tap just there, but I'm also putting it off at the mains, just so that I don't have water dripping on me while I'm working. Take some masking tape and just mark. I'm just marking the floor where the flange bolts should be located underneath. I'm doing that on both sides. I've flushed the toilet to empty the system, and now you'll always have some residue of water in there. So what I'm doing is I've got a wet dry vacuum cleaner and I'm just going to vacuum that water out of there. To remove the system from the wall, you have to undo the water pipe here, so I'm just going to undo that. And now we've got to lift the whole system up. I've removed the toilet and I'm not expecting to find all this underneath the toilet, and that's why it was not balanced. So now I'm going to have to take a sledgehammer and break all this concrete down so I can get the toilet to balance. And then we're going to replace this flange, because as you can see it's all coming away from the sides. Before you start working anywhere near the toilet, make sure that you put a cloth in there to stop the sewage gas escaping. So now we're going to remove this cap so we can get to place the new one in. In a lot of cases it's going to take a lot of prying to get off. I've just used this flat screwdriver like that and placed it underneath and twisted it to make it shift so I can remove my cap. And now we've got to take off this yucky plastic one as well. Make sure you've got a rubbish bag near so that you can just throw these straight into the rubbish. I'm going to use some isopropyl alcohol to just clean so that the new piece will sit nicely. Make sure you're wearing a mask when you're doing this. So this is my new piece that I've just bought, and I don't know if that will help anybody out, but that's the code for this particular piece, which goes over the top. I've removed the cloth now so that I can place the piece over. So you're going to need to just squeeze it on. So you've got a nice tight fit all the way around, and then you have to squash this one on top as well. So this is a little bit more of a challenge. So we've got our piece in place now. Now we just have to lift the toilet onto there. I've got the toilet back in place and it's got a really nice firm fit. There's no shifting or wobbling, and now all that's left to do is to attach the water pipe again, and then we're going to put a bead of silicone all the way around the toilet. Before you put your silicone all around the bottom, put your water on and flush the toilet first to see if you've got any leaks and to see if it's worked, that there's no water running out the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do now. I've checked everywhere, I've flushed the toilet and there's no leaks, and now I'm going to be silicone. I'm just going to be using this bathroom and kitchen, and I'm using clear silicone to do that, and I'm going to be going all the way around the toilet. I've siliconed all the way around the toilet, and now I'm going to wait 24 hours before we actually use this one.